Yo, guys, Old Man G here. We're back again for another watch along, guys. Slovenia versus Serbia. Kickoff is about to begin. But if you need to jump to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, follow us on Twitter, and smash the notification button. Shout out to everyone who's watching on our platforms, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, etc., etc. Appreciate it, everyone. Appreciate it. Takes his place at left wing back. Ivan Ilic is in midfield to the Budel drops to the bench. And it's a return to the starting 11 for captain Dusan Tadic, which means Sergej Milinkovic-Savic is also among the substitutes. Right. Almost just finished set up. Finishing to set up. Is the Euros free for where you are? Is it free to watch? Technically not. It's on what we call national TV, and we have to pay like a subscription fee every year, like about like £100 for the TV license. So technically it's not free. Although some people watching it free. So yeah, but you don't have to watch it, you know. So it costs money to watch it in Australia. Yeah, I mean, like if you pay the TV license, which is about £100 a year, you're watching on like free TV, you know. Although to be fair, there is still, you know, people unfortunately still can watch it for free regardless, because you don't have to pay the TV license, but you should. It costs $24. Wow, $24 a month for but I mean the thing is that like the international competitions are really the only thing that's kind of free in the UK. Because if we want to watch other you know, the Champions League, if you want to watch even the Premier League, if you want to watch Serie A, La Liga, etc., there's bill after bill after bill after bill after bill, so it gets way more expensive, and it's difficult. It's difficult. If that's in Aussie dollars, I think I'll get my calculation up. I think let's have a look. Yeah, it's about 50, like Aussie one. I think Australian dollars equivalent to like about 50p. So we would pay. So my TV license about 100, like £3.20. I think, I can't remember. So that would be about 228 Australian dollars a year, effectively. But that's just for national TV, which is where these games play. That doesn't include if you want to watch Premier League, Champions League, all the stuff. So it is quite expensive to watch football in the UK. Let alone if you want to go and buy tickets to watch the games in real life. It's not ideal. Yeah. I mean, maybe if you want to watch Copa America as well, maybe that might be worth it. But yeah, I wouldn't be paying that amount just to watch the Euros. I assume as well, because Australia is not in the obviously not in the European Confederate. That's also why as well. Maybe. Well, free lottery. I know. For the first, I think this is probably the only day I'll be doing them as well. I'm having to be working less today, so yeah. And they're big games as well. This is obviously the first one, but you've got England playing at 5, England, Denmark, and then Spain, Italy. You know. But yeah, big up everyone who's watching. And in fact, just bear me for 1 second, guys. Just going to come and improve the lighting. Certainly a handful of times, especially in that midfield position for Slovenia, thought every opportunity. They've got to stop getting the ball in Serbia 2 or 3 times. Scored a lot. The Slovenians, and given chances around there at some point. That's a bit better. Yeah, Serbia's a bit sloppily defensively. bit sloppy defensively this game. Ooh. So I'm trying to get a good position for the lighting. Right. Should be better. Good chasing. Ooh. Serbia with a bit of pressure there. The game starts, you pick up all you want with energy and enthusiasm and drive, and got that from both sides. Got an awful lot of quality. Doesn't matter, this is pretty mistakes happening. It's exciting. Pressure on, you can feel it from the crowd as well. Slovenia have a real opportunity to win this, and you know. Interesting, they went in really early. Slovenia, after the warm-up, Serbia were out a lot longer than they were, probably about 6-7 minutes. Quite close. By the way, drop a follow. For those watching on Twitch, drop a follow. I'd appreciate it. Trying to get to 100 followers on Twitch. 100 followers on Twitch and 5K on YouTube. And 1,000 on Twitter. Oh, look up! A good save. Rakar, I think it was. Naka, I think. It's a good save by the Serbian keeper. Straight at him, but that can easily go through someone's legs on another day. Predictions RDS. For this game, I actually think Slovenia are going to win this, actually. I just don't trust the Serbian defense. Maybe like a 1-0 or 2-1. England will probably beat Denmark. I think, again, it'll probably be like something like a 1-0. Spain, this is going to be interesting. They both have 3 points, but Croatia and Finland both have points each. So, you know, does one of them go for it and try and top? Because the thing is, obviously, if one of them, it's either Albania or Croatia lost, it'd been a different story. But now they both got a point. In theory, Croatia or Albania could beat them, and then you have a problem. So I suspect one of the two teams is going to go for a win, and I think Spain will probably just about beat Italy. And then you have an interesting situation because Croatia will, because if Spain beat Italy, then you got an interesting game where Croatia obviously play Italy next and know that if they beat them, then they're through, or at least second. So interesting things. Yeah, I mean Serbia have the height, but I mean.
Permutations will start to become a thing over the next couple of games as well. For Group C, the important ones, of course, Sevilla, Denmark, they can't go through or be eliminated today. But Serbia will be unable to finish in the top two if they lose to Slovenia. They will also be unable to reach the round of 16 if they do lose, and Denmark beat England later today. They are looking for scholarship.
Hi, RDS. We might put a bid in for Suzuki as AC might have pulled out. Yeah, me and Tom will hopefully do a transfer show on Friday, so tomorrow, just to kind of like round things up and stuff. That's the plan, I think. So yeah, and to answer that a statement, Mustafa, yeah, we'll be talking about that probably tomorrow amongst other deals with Tom on the show. Should be about 10:30 on Friday. Well, you got to blame our manager now, our owner now. I still think it's weird that it only applies to Manchester United, but doesn't apply to like City. But bribery tax, I guess. City have been able to do it. RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg have been able to do it. But so what I don't understand is that how is it that we're able to play in the same competition then? So you can't sign players for no team, but you can I don't know. I've said so many times, I'm keeping an eye on what Ineos do. A lot of people like, oh, Ineos are going to do this, Ineos are going to do that. I'm like, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they deliver. Because, yep, okay, people now be Ten Hag staying, blah, 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 blah. He has to deliver. Okay, no, okay, fine. But right now, Ineos have to deliver. Otherwise, and so far, I've not seen, like I said, so far, I've not seen any difference between Ineos and Glazers. The Euros obviously are going on, but an organized team. Oh, they want, and Slovenia won the ball back. Foul from Brighton. Will you talking with Tom about Jim's latest? What's he said? What's he said? But yeah, we might talk. We might talk about it. There'll be a few things that we'll talk about. Actually, I want at least one transfer show a week. So, in fact, I might create that now. Big up everyone who's watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Ring. Please like, subscribe if you're new. He talked about we are far away from Madrid. We are aiming to be them, and then why he was frustrated with the Todibo deal. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't he have known this before? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm always with these people that frustrations. Like, you had no idea that you couldn't do this. Oh, Black. Like, for me, it was obvious. I always thought there was going to be issues, but I was hoping that it wouldn't affect being in the same tournament. You know, you can't have the same board on Nice and on Manchester United, like, but everyone wants to say Ineos in. Okay, fine. Let me just see what they do. Like, people are going in on Ten Hag. Okay, fine. But right now, it's now on Ineos, the board, to be able to go and secure the players now. Otherwise, what's the difference between them and the Glazers? Every manager's come and not performed, sack. They've not got the players when they need to repeat. Yo, SSB, man. Are you? Yes, 3 times. Today, England, Denmark, and then also Spain, Italy. What was that, Slovenia? Come on. So, yeah, all 3 games today. I'll be honest. The Ziziki deal, like, I've not watched him play much for Bologna. Like, he's 23, so he's a bit older than Rasmus. But you know, but like, I'm curious, genuinely, like, how good is he? Like, I look last season. What have I got? Bologna. Maybe it's not been updated yet. I can't see. 34 appearances. 34 appearances, 12 goals. Yeah, that's what I got. And then previous season, 19 appearances, 2 goals. So maybe there's potential there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough of him to make a comment on him, whether it's a good deal or not. But let me know. 3, damn, yeah. A bit of a break in between. I mean, this is 2, so it will finish at 4, won't it? And then 5, so an hour break in between, or just an hour break in between each. So yeah, intense. But they're good games today, so Ziki's a Marshall type, drops deep technically. Okay. It'd be good for him in competition, you know. I would have preferred an experienced striker. I think that's what, if we're gonna have Rasmus, I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna have Rasmus, then we should have an experienced striker. But to have a 23-year-old, it's like you're having 2 somewhat inexperienced strikers. Although I appreciate he's 23, so. Oh, ask Samasi. Maybe I should speak to Samasi, yeah, when it comes. Yeah. Maybe Samasi will if the deal happens. Yep, that'd be good. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, be. Thiago Morton's system is at Burnham was very interesting. I think he can work on the 10 hand. Okay. Like I said, I put my hands on my England's because I didn't watch Bologna a lot last season. So I don't know. But hopefully it works out. And obviously, you're right. Martial has gone, so you guess you could say that he does come under the Martial replacement category. We lost Martial, so like number 9 is Hoyland. And I don't really want to have this whole makeshift number 9 Rashford thing. Rashford's not a number 9 for me. Let's just leave it at that. Play with an actual number 9. That's true. That's true. So they did really well. We link with another Ajax player. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On Friday, we are gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk on Friday. Oh, of course, no. Yeah, I know. It's a steal by Juventus there. Then you attack. Oh, we're linked with so many players, but I mean, again, that's the same. I'll be honest. United linked with so many players. I only pay attention to Ornstein, Fabrizio, and Tom, who obviously comes on the channel. I don't really look at anything else. That's my lesson for transfers. Otherwise, I'll be posting transfer news every day. But a lot of channels do to get views and subscriptions. But at the end of the day, they don't really think about they don't look at the veracity of it. I used to do that when I started out, but when I realized and got understanding more of football YouTube, I realized that no. I think this was before the era where Fabrizio kind of, I don't say revolutionized, but really kind of put the idea of objectivity to sporting journalism. Not rumors for clicks, etc. It's like, so whatever people say about Fabrizio's faults, at the end of the day, if he says here we go, everyone genuinely believes that it's going to happen. That just didn't happen in sports journalism before. You did have like Fabrizio, you did have, I think, Demartio was fairly reliable at the time, not anymore now. But you had varying ranks, but a lot of it was from 7 out of 10 to like 3 out of 10, like Neil Curtis from the Sun. Yeah, I wanted Cunha or Tony, but yeah, I would have liked Cunha. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Slovenia just a little bit bitty. A little bit bitty, Slovenia, but they won it back. Oh, probably could have gone down there. Probably could have gone down there. Down. Bologna had a Scottish kid who someone told me was good. He got injured and wasn't able to play those Euros. Lewis Ferguson. Oh, interesting. Janza ball in. It's not good. Fab. Yeah, exactly. Reliability. I mean, he gets. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand football Twitter sometimes because it's weird. When people do good things, they get hate, and people give more attention to people who do bad stuff. So I see so many content creators retweet stuff from journalists who have got things wrong all the time, and I almost give validity and credibility to them. Oh, Manchester United are going to get this player. Okay, but this journalist has said incorrect stuff several times, but we're still going to tweet it for engagement. And then people will go in and on fun Fabrizio. It just doesn't make sense. I'd rather all journalists be like Ornstein and Fabrizio than we just having fewer Ornstein and Fabrizios. It's like Ornstein versus Fabrizio. It's like, why can't we just have every journalist just being actually reliable? I mean, look at the whole thing with Ten Hag being sacked from, is it Jacob Steinberg or something? literally before the break. Ten Hag is going to be sacked. Ten Hag is going to be sacked. But he wasn't sacked, though. And Ornstein and Fabrizio never said that. They said there was going to be a review, which there was. Let's see what the review says. This is what the internal review says. But none of them said he was going to be sacked. Jacob Steinberg said he was going to be sacked. Most of the fan base believed that was the case. And then it wasn't. So stop believing these journalists. The new eternity plays the burn as well. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Oh, good ball in. Oh, it's a good ball in. Come on, Slovenia. Now Serbia on the break. And I told you guys, I said Slovenia. Slovenia, when I was really impressed when I saw them play against Denmark. I want these guys through. I'm not in. I'll be honest. I'm not interested in the Serbian team. Defensive, boring. Not interested. I want Slovenia to go through. And if Slovenia win this game, it's going to be difficult for Serbia. What's happening? Oh, wow. You can hear them as well. Like, Slovenia is such a small country, but you could hear where are the Serb fans? Where are the Serbian fans? You can't hear them or see them. Like, the whole stadium looks like it's white. And Slovenia has such a small population, but maybe it's because they've not been in a major tournament for, like, I think it's the first time. So maybe that's why. Because you can hear them. Like, so Serbia still have the ball. Adenovic. Mitrovic, who's enjoying Saudi money. Like, they're literally booing every time Serbia have it. I don't think that's necessarily wise. Sometimes that motivates you as a player. So, but if Serbia do score, it'll quiet the crowd. Clear. Okay. Football YouTube is keeping some of these journalists. I mean, I don't mind if those journalists are reliable. Like, you know, like, for example, Ben Jacobs is like, looks like an up and coming one who seems to be like, oh, good save! Woo! To get their head on, but Oblak has it. That's a chance. That's a chance from Serbia. That's a chance. That's a good header. It's low, but Oblak has it. Yeah, like I said, if they're reliable, it's fine. You know, like someone like Ben Jacobs, that's even, but he's, you know, up and coming. It looks like he's, you know, reliable. But if it's just people who just are just speculating and just rumors and stuff, I've got no time. It's difficult because there seems to be a bit of a crossover, because you also have football YouTubers who will say stuff like, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. And because they've built up their channel, built up their thing, people obviously will believe them as well. So there's that as well. Slovenia to me is the best Eastern Bloc team other than Romania. No, I agree. From what I've seen so far, they have definitely been, in terms of Eastern Bloc, obviously Russia can't play. But from what I've seen so far, yeah, because Ukraine are not good. Romania been okay. I didn't watch the game, unfortunately. It's a good ball in. Slovakia, you know, all right. But yeah, I think Slovenia for me. I agree. Just comment. Albania was a letdown yesterday, were they? Albania or Croatia? Can you comment on the game, please, Danny Murphy, please? Jeez. I might have to mute the English commentary in a second, man. Like, unless it's Glenn Hoddle and Ali McCoy to actually comment on the game and the players, everyone else just has side commentaries about stuff. Like, just this person has the ball. It's not difficult. This person has the ball. This person should do this. That's it. I don't need a side commentary. Yeah, Croatia. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say Albania did. I'm sure Albania were the underdogs in that game, and for them to come back as well. But you know, the only thing that annoyed me about the game was that they're not adding the full time on. They're not adding the full time on. Why don't they add the full time on? All the stoppages. That's why I love the World Cup and even the Premier League season. I know managers like, oh, we don't like that you put time on. Okay, then then don't dive. What's going on? It's a corner. You know, don't dive. Don't waste time. Like, please tell me referees are not buckling and going to be like, right, we're going to just add shoddy. No. Every substitution, every foul, whatever it is that induces a stoppage, add the time on at the end. Or pause the clock. Like, because I'll be honest, it is really annoying. I like it when you add like 9-10 minutes, another team has a chance, but they should. That is their time. Oh, near post almost. That's the time. So yesterday, I cannot believe that there was only 6 minutes in the second half when there were so many stoppages. And then in the extra time, there was another head injury and 2 subs, and they only added on like just 2 minutes. I'm not even watching the game. They need to add the time on, and yeah, exactly. In the Copper, you know, I'm in the Copper. They're probably not going to do that at all. It's going to frustrate me because it's like, at the end of the day, it's a good tackle. Swore near post, but clearance by Serbia. I don't think you could beat Serbia in the air that well. So Slovenia, you're going to have to come with better ideas with the cold crossing thing. Although I say that Jude Bellingham did. So, yeah. Point is, it's just, you know, it's because because half of the half is spent with someone rolling on the floor for like 2 minutes, then subs, and you're like, how much of the game has actually been played? You know, or the simple solution to stuff like that is simply just, fine, I'm going to add the time on. Stop the watch. Like, okay, you could be on the ground, but I'm going to stop the watch, or add the time on. Like, I generally don't know how they did. I think they did in the Premier League, and they did it fairly consistently in the Premier League for a while. But I know a lot of managers started to complain. It's too much. We're playing too much. Too many. It's like, okay, well then don't dive then. Don't make substitutions take a lot of time. As simple as that. Anyway. Oh, geez, sorry. I've just realized I haven't even refreshed the thingy, so you guys don't know what time it's on. Sorry. But anyway, it's 0-0 and it's 34 minutes gone. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sure they did it in the AFCON. I'm actually kind of glad the Copa is in the USA this year. I said the last Copa and TV camera viewing not good. People were saying AFCON was better in terms of this year. Yeah. sometimes in the South American, I don't know whether it is that sometimes in the South American countries they're a bit more lackadaisical with stuff, because I guess maybe just because it's so insanely popular that I think people just do it. I don't know. But let's see what happens. Euros then copper was hard to, yeah, it was a drop. I don't mind the copper, but it's like, I think because of that, like I think as well the way the tournament is structured as well is not. I don't like the way the tournament was initially structured as well. To be honest, I think what they should do is they should open it up to, they should combine Copper America, include North and Central America with the South American teams just for numbers, and then have a proper tournament like the Euros in terms of group stages and things and stuff like that as well. That's for me what they should do. Not this kind of big group type stuff they do now, but you have what, 20, you can have what 16 teams if you want. Initially 16 teams, then quarters, then semis, and so on. That's it. Yeah, they did add time on Africa. They did time on the AFCON, and that's one reason why I liked it. Like, whatever you said, AFCON, for me, the AFCON so far, tournament wise, the refereeing was good, the add-on time was good. There were no complaints from that perspective. AFCON refereeing was better than the Premier League, but way better than the Premier League refereeing. I didn't feel as big of a drop watching EPL. I didn't feel as big of a drop watching EPL. That is true. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the quality players, but when I watched the AFCON, EPL and AFCON, I was kind of like, you weren't like, oh, this. I mean, maybe there are a couple of games, but especially when it got to the knockouts, you're like, okay, it's. But that, I think a lot of that, as you said, camera angles, refereeing, all this type of stuff. That plays. It's not just necessarily the Slovenia again. Oh, off the post! Oh, almost for Sesko. Sesko, maybe it's. Oh, that was a chance. That was a chance for Slovenia there. The 1-2, turn him in. Oh, that would have been a good goal. The 1-2, and he put his laces in. It's off the post. And then Sesko, and he skies it, and you just need some composure there, Sesko, man. You just need some composure. Just a little bit. Indian, hello, brother. Watching Euros review from India. Hope we will have fun. God bless you, brother, man. Thank you for tuning all the way from India, man. And it's a free kick to Serbia now. Outside the box. God bless you, brother, man. It's good to see so many people watching. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate a like, a subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. But yes, I appreciate that there are people that can't see that can't watch the Euros or don't have access to worldwide. So these watch-alongs are here for that as well. And for people to have a conversation with someone while they're watching as well, So big up you, bro. Big up. Yeah, that's true. Copper and Congo should just merge. All Americans up American gets. Exactly. That's what should happen. But I'm sure there's politics. Serbia free kick, and it hits the wall, and it hits the wall again. And yeah, African countries football quality, yeah, has drastically increases India. Morocco now one of the top teams in the world, but Argentina, Uruguay, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you look at even Asia, I would say, when you look at the likes of South Korea, Japan, and so on, it just seems like the South American teams have sort of basically, I think a lot of these nations, there's been at least to a degree some continued investment from their FA, in combination with obviously greater exposure, maybe players playing at higher levels. I think the problem with some of the South American teams is that there's just been the assumption that just because they're South American teams, that's a foul, surely, ref? No? What? That looks like a foul to me, ref. What's going on there? Anyway, that it's just going to Mitrovic. I don't know where that's going, Mitrovic. That I don't know. They're just going to be always good because they're South American, but at some point, your FA, and we're seeing this with Brazil right now, where the lack of investment, the lack of a clear plan from the FA has led to a squad that is imbalanced, that the talent is not particularly there, and that has issues, I look at Brazil and I'm thinking, man, there are quite a few teams in Europe that could easily beat this Brazilian side. And it's getting to the point where you can make a case that there are possibly some African and Asian teams that could beat this Brazilian side as well. Oh, opportunity, and it's a good save by Oblak, and clearing the box, and that's a foul. What's the ref doing? This is just all over the place. Wow. Also, brother, India were robbed, by the way. India were robbed by Qatar, by the way. That ball went out. That ball went out, and India were robbed by Qatar. That was a horrible, horrible decision. The ball had gone out. India were robbed by Qatar there. The ball had gone out. So I just want to say that. Anyway, about 2 minutes left to end of the half. It's been a good game. It's been a good game. But feisty game now. Serbia attack on the attack. Oh, good save on strike again. Jeez, this is end to end now. This is end to end now. This is a great way to end the half. This is end to end. And so Slovenia on attack, and they've got okay. Oh, offside. Damn. Just need to get my charger. End to end now. End to end. These Brit commentators were like, "Oh, it's gonna be defensive. It's gonna be." No, bro. England were the boring ones. So many chances now. It's a corner for Serbia now. Can they get something from it here? And keeper's in, but doesn't catch it, powers it away. Slovenia again, and it's a cross in, and it's wide. The days of picking up guys from the favelas and picking up randoms to play for the team is over. Yeah, the game has too much investment. It's like a music genre going mainstream. Underground is over. I mean, the thing is, you can still probably do that. You know, with scouting and things and stuff. So, but the problem is just that where's all that money going to? You know, I don't know what the when I look at the Brazil FA, I'm like, I don't know what the plan is. Like, are you just kind of what you just want to just play this flair type football? Is that it? You know, countries always undergo change, you know. And right now, when it comes to Brazil, I don't really know what their plan is. What football, what style of play do they want? And Serbia an attack here, and it's a minute. See again, you can't tell me there's only been 1 minute. They're not adding the time on properly. There has not been 1 minute of stoppage in this game. Jeez. And it's wide. South American countries' investment from the government fund is very low. Most of the players was treated. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think with South American affairs governments, the idea was that, you know, these guys were just gonna that's just what it was, and there was no need to have continuous investment structure plans, that type of thing, and that's how that was always going to be, and that South America always going to be better technically than, you know, the rest of the world. But now, and I'm sure it'll become apparent in the World Cup, because, you know, let's keep it a stack. You know, it's going to be a struggle for South. If they don't show what, it might be a struggle for South American sides next World Cup with how big the tournament is going to be, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. Everybody talks about the positive from shoot forwards, but there's also things exactly like a tactical team awareness, more injury problems of improper training. That's true. That's true. Like I said, you know, you can have. I don't see why you can't have both, where you can have someone in the FA and people scouting these talents on the streets, but getting them to conform to a, you know, style of play or regime or etc. You should still be able to scout quality talent from the streets, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Generally do worry about Brazil in this Copa and the World Cup, because I think if Brazil continue to go this way, because remember there's only 2 more years, it's 2026. If Brazil continue in this line, there's a strong possibility that if they're in a with the way that obviously Africa and Asian, just the way that teams are stronger now, there's a possibility they could get even grouped. I didn't know Lee Gunners apparently. Lee Gunners actually made a move to Madrid, man. I didn't know Lee Gunners made a move to made a permanent transfer to Madrid, man. Jeez. Right. I've got some stuff from Fabrizio talking about. So, Jim, what does he say? We've got more accountants than we've got sporting people at Manchester United. Does that surprise anybody? If you're not careful, the Premier League will end up spending more time in court than it is thinking about what's good for the league. I mean, that's the Premier League, isn't it? Anyway. Let's read some comments and we'll go for a bit of a break because I need to take breaks as it were, but it's half time, obviously. And it's Serbia and Slovenia. It's becoming an entertaining game. I think if you're, you know, yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's read some comments and we'll go for the break. France are the best. We'll get guys like Pogba on the streets, and then you have Mbappe who came from academies. Exactly. Next World Cup, 40 teams, World Cup, 1 opinion, and Asia, don't forget 9 sports. I mean, my first opinion, as someone who has parents in Nigerian, it's sad that Nigeria isn't going to be at that World Cup. I think it's good. I think it's good because I think you're seeing a lot of teams that wouldn't have been there be there, and I don't care what anyone says. Football sports is the biggest sport in the world, and it's just so even this game, like Slovenia, one of the smallest countries in Europe, and you can hear the supporters, the noise, everything, So, and also I think that it's a lot of European snobbishness to say that teams aren't good, but the reality is the gap between the big teams and small teams is getting less and less and less. A lot less, and you're more likely to get upset. So I think it's a good. I'm happy with it. It is a World Cup, not a European Cup. So yeah, give me 9 teams from Africa and Asia, no problem. Because quite frankly, some of these African Asian teams that are coming up could give these games the one for the money. Bundesliga is not a farm league now, but League One remains the same. Well, goodness knows. I mean, is anyone going to watch Ligue 1 now that Mbappe's not there? I don't know. That's the big issue. The revenue streams from it. Are people going to really be watching Ligue 1? They watched it because Messi was there, because Neymar. They've got no superstar now. So are they really going to be watching it? Lee, I don't know. Lee is too negative for me. He's like the dad that forces his kids to play. Yeah. There's a certain contingent of fans where they're negative. I don't know whether, like I said, that's just the nature of YouTube or the business. I don't know, or maybe that's just I don't know. But let him enjoy his stay at Madrid. To be fair, I'm of the opinion, like, if you don't like how your team is playing in football, like football is entertainment at the end of the day, above tribalism. So I want to be entertained. So if United are playing crap football, I'm not going to subject myself to watching United down and be like, yeah, I'll go on loan to Madrid and watch some good football. I'm not wasting 2 hours of my day watching a team that doesn't perform or doesn't try. I'm not saying you win every game, but at least you play good football and at least try. Like, it gets to the point where, like, I'd rather watch Luton play because I'm like, oh, they're playing well. This is entertaining. Regards to you as always, Odious. Has the game been good? And what are your thoughts on England, on what England may change for their game later on? So if I was England, you need to start short left. You need to start at the left side. Start short and drop Foden and bring in either. Well, he didn't bring Grealish or Madison, which actually would have been better than Foden on that side. So maybe try Gordon there. Eze, but definitely Gordon. What's not Foden. Drop Foden and Trippier. Or if you want to play Trippier, you can play Trippier on the right. And I don't see a point in this whole Alexander-Arnold midfield thing. But at the same time, I guess maybe you get more space against Denmark, so I'm not averse to it. But I think you should play with another midfielder. But it's okay. But they need to sort out the left-hand side. That's the most important thing. It was so unbalanced. It's not. It wasn't. So you got to start Luke Shaw at least. Thank you too, bro. Wait, hold on. How many games left for Nigeria? It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but I mean, do you honestly think? There's 10 games. I think there's 2, but yeah, I would be surprised. You need to probably you basically need to probably win all of your games. If obviously Nigeria win all their games, then they will qualify. They just will. But is that going to happen? You lost to South Africa. You lost the way to Benin. The players aren't serious. So yeah, that's just the whole. I'm not going to really talk about Nigeria because the whole thing is like just a mess. The country's a mess. The currency is just dropping completely. God. Anyway, let me not go into it. It's just frustrating. If I'm not mistaken, Lee lives in Spain. I heard some stuff about him, and it's not. Oh, right. Okay. I mean, maybe he's enjoying the sun or something. I wouldn't mind, to be honest, with the weather. So, when I'm a little bit older, I wouldn't mind with the weather. Lee Gunner just turned to a mad trofter. Well, just like Kran's clickbait. Yeah, I don't have. If that's the case, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to comment on other thing on weather, but it's the nature of the YouTube and Twitter game, I think, where I feel like people have to post reactionary stuff. It's not just them. There are others that you put reactionary stuff because that engages. It's engagement, So, even if it's just reactionary, So, with the right strategy for investment, Iceland just with 300. That's true. That's true. That's true. And that's true. That's very much true. Manu might be the missing link. He's going to start him. World Cup is incomplete. Right? Yeah. Big up India. Yeah, that's true, man. You need an Argentina versus Nigeria. You do. But I just don't think they're going to qualify, unfortunately, buddy. We missed that last World Cup. You need Argentina versus Nigeria because that's always a game. As bad as Nigeria play, for some reason they always step up when it comes to Argentina. Like it's always like a high scoring game. Honestly, Reece James might be a good fit for things. He's better than Walker going forward. That's true, but he's injury prone. SSB. That's the problem. I need a miracle. Yeah, they need more than a miracle. They need more than a miracle. They need more than a miracle. Way more than a miracle. Right. Let me just have a little bit of a break, and we will be right back for the second half, guys. Okay, it's only be 2 minutes, but yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back for the second half. So I know I come on in 2 seconds. We are back. Serbia need to get something from this game, so hopefully it'll be more open.
Started to grow into the too much desperation certainly in the creating any chances. Just starting to get his touch a little bit. It's coming from the right line now. Mitrovic. So, solid the right side.
Slovenia have been the better team, full stop. No doubt about that. Milenkovic. Mitrovic. Oh, it's a good ball. Good save by Oblak. Good save by Oblak. This is why when you have a world-class keeper in your team, it makes a difference. Good save by Oblak. Look how quick. Good save by Oblak. Oh, almost. Yeah, I don't think you can beat the Serbs in the air, so the Slovenians are going to have to try and come up with something. But Serbia coming with a bit more impetus now. Mitrovic trying to turn, but can't. Chinovic. Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, Biol. I genuinely thought that was a mistake. I thought that was an own goal. Serbia are coming out here. That's very lucky, Biol. I mean, obviously, All Black is beaten, but geez. Good, cleared it away. Cleared by Slovenia. Mitrovic, and it's wide. Serbia really putting on the pressure now. You're lying. You're lying, man. Ah, dear. England is screwed, man. I don't know how he can keep the same lineup. I don't know. I've always, one of the things that for Southgate I've always found is weird that I don't know why he's just very, why I get it. I mean, maybe it's the Euro 96 of the, he's just too cautious. He's just too cautious. Twitter streets are saying no change. African European qualifiers are so competitive compared to, yeah. I mean, because you know, because what the South American teams have, what, how many places? Don't they get like 6 or 7? I think. Good punch by a black. So that's part of the problem, isn't it? Because there's only when you work out the amount of countries or places, like it's like about 50% essentially of 10 teams, 6.5 places. So it's effectively just over half. Whereas obviously in Africa and Europe, Africa has 50, 55 countries, Europe has 50, and you're getting like Europe is getting 16. So that's what, not even a quarter. Well, no, it is a quarter, 50, yeah. Oh, surely, ref. What? That's offside. Okay, fine. I thought there was a foul there. Yeah. Leans into him. He's last man though, isn't he? Oh, is this a free kick offside? I thought he was last man. But yeah, basically, 5%, 1 in 5 in Africa, so it's 10 in 5, and maybe about 10% for Europe, as opposed to just over 50% for. So, and I don't have any issue with that, but yeah, makes qualifying weird. I think to be honest, they should just have a knockout tournament for American qualifying. But is what it is. Yeah. Matt Lowe posted about this lineup yesterday. I don't know how much stock he put into for today. I mean, maybe it's leaked for rivals. I don't know, but knowing Southgate, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we'll see. I just say having celebrating the goal. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but at least for me, get the decision right. I think as long as you get the decision right, because you should show the offside flag after the play is done. Because if you show the offside flag before the play is done and it's wrong, then it's worse. Oh, Rankovic. Well, Serbia were a little more intent in this half. What do Slovenia have? Because Slovenia face England next in their last game, so I personally think that, or assuming anyway, that okay, I guess maybe England could rest players if they beat Denmark, but still. Maybe they might go for a draw. I don't know. But if you're Slovenia, I think you need to probably win this game. Four points, and they're effectively through, aren't they? Mm, 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 mm. I like that Icelandic clap.
After this one, England will be through to the round of 16 if they beat Denmark, but will also be confirmed as group winners if they win. And Slovenia do not beat Serbia. There are a few permutations of the cup for these nations.
Tadic. As corner. What's Fabrizio saying? Oh, and again as well, and it's cleared by Slovenia. So Jim Radcliffe, the net spend since watchalong's focus on Denmark is 1.1 billion. Real Madrid is 200 million. The net spend since the charge of is 1.1 billion. Real Madrid's, wow, is 200 million, and today they have 600 players valued at over 100 million. United have none, and they have made the new Bernabeu. I mean, he's talking about standards. He's talking about standards. United's net spend has been 1.1 billion. You know, since I got to club, they're more accountants than there are thingies. Well, yeah, we've been saying this. So there's room for improvement everywhere. We look at Man United, we will improve everything. We want to be where Real Madrid is today, but it'll take time. It will take 2 or 3 some winners to get to a better place. Okay. And it's got everybody in the world knows Manchester because Manchester United. Manchester United is like Coca-Cola, isn't it? Dusan Tadic. Oh, good interception there. Well done. That's how you deal with a cutback. That is how you deal with a cutback. Manchester United take notes, and it's now Slovenia on the break. That's how. Oh, good ball. That's how you deal with a cutback. Jeez. Oh, Sesko, good save. That was a great strike by Sesko. Manchester Coca isn't. Everyone knows it. I'm not sure I know why, but it's a fact. It's Jim Radcliffe again. We've got more accounts and we've got Sporting here. So if you're not careful, yeah, exactly. I think it'll be the first goalless draw tournament. Let's see. Let's see. I think there's a goal here. I think there's still a goal here. You see, if Southgate was manager of Scotland, I think they would overachieve with him. He's got the Simeone syndrome where he doesn't know what to do with an actual player rather than Warriors. Yeah, true. There's almost no penalty. Yeah, that's true. I think there was one. I think the only one I remember is the one given in the Germany-Scotland game. Well, two actually. I think there was one given in the Germany-Scotland game, and then there was one given in the Spain-Croatia game. But Croatia missed the penalty, didn't they? Well, no. Yeah, they missed it. Then they scored the rebound. Then it got ruled out for obstruction. So I think there's been two penalties. But yeah, it's actually quite refreshing that there's not constant divings and people trying to get penalties. $30 left.
Changes imminent for both Slovenia and Serbia.
Changes for Serbia now. They really got to get something here. Sorry, the game's kind of sort of slowed down a little bit. They do not miss. They score for equation, but enter the box before the free kick. Yeah. No. What? Yeah. No, he missed the penalty. No, what happened is that he missed the penalty, but then they scored. The Croatia scored the rebound. So the reason why and then it was a goal, and then VAR checked it, and then they noticed that the Croatian player was encroaching during the penalty, so they gave a free kick. Teams that have dribbles get more pens. How many great dribbles? That's true. That's true. That's one of the things I loved about Martial. Martial was a dribbler. Martial was a dribbler. The amount of penalties that he would get for us, you know, we need dribblers, man. We need dribblers. Okay, Slovenia good ball again. And Sissoko again, good touch. Oh! Get up. This is the end to end again. You know, it's 3-on-3. Mitrovic, man. Mitrovic has been a low-key bit of a brick this game. Decision making not been good. I feel a goal coming. Oh, remember if you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. And it's wide. Just over 20 minutes left. Who is going to break the deadlock? You'd think the first goal in this game probably wins it, but we'll see. Oh, he could have got. Oh, is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But he doesn't attempt to play the ball, though. He doesn't attempt to play the ball, though. I don't know. I've seen those given in the Premier League all the time, so it's weird me watching referee like this because I see this given the Premier League and the Champions League all the time. And then the commentators will say stuff like, oh, you know, there's some contact. So it's weird. I don't know. Like, you know, I don't think it should, but I've seen so many times when it's been given that you're like, you know. We Indians be having a 6 ball in the world. Still, I know. I know. It's wild. It's wild. Oh, he's there! He's there! He's there! That's the moment for Slovenia. I said a goal was coming. There's going to be a goal in this game. And it has gone to Slovenia. It's the goal they needed. And the Serbs. That has stunned Serbia. But let's be real, it's deserved. Nice switch there. No one at the far post. And he sneaks past. Well done, Slovenia. It's a big goal for Slovenia. And as it stands, they will probably go through. It's a brilliant goal. And Mitrovic, well, I'm sorry, bro. You've been a fraud. Thank you, Slovenia goal. They needed it. And now Serbia. I have no love for I got no love for the Serbians, the teams. I'm sorry. You can't just. I mean, in fairness to Serbia, they did come out this half. They did come out. They had chances. But on the balance of play, I think Slovenia deserve it. I mean, they do. Serbia have played better, but chances there for Serbia and Mitrovic again. It's a good save, but when you oh, it's the post. Oh, it's a flick. It's a great tackle, actually. It's a great tackle because that should have been an equalizer. Mitrovic, that should have been a Serbia equalizer, man. Yeah, man. First ever US win, man. And you can see the crowd, and now it's going to be difficult for Serbs. You see the crowd. Good clearance. I think FIFA changes the penalties before referees gave penalty for petty fouls. Maybe they did. I don't know. But this is UEFA, not FIFA. So for me, the rules here would be similar to the rules conducted by the Champions League because the same. Oh, good tackle. And yeah, no advantage. So yeah, that's fine. Eldar Ajayev. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. But as it stands, Slovenia 1, Serbia 0. And as it stands, temporarily, Slovenia will be top of the group until either England or Denmark play with 4 points. And you'd think that will probably be enough for Slovenia, to be honest. If you're Serbia, you're going to have to hope and pray that you can get some hope that England beat Denmark, and then hope and pray you can get something from the game against Denmark. Because if And it's gone out. You know, Serbia will need England to beat Denmark, or at the very least not lose. But whatever happens, they will need to beat Denmark in that game to have a chance, Serbia. Oh yeah. No, I'm aware. But sometimes they give them some, you know, they give them some leeway. FIFA is obviously the governing world body, but obviously UEFA is the confederate of Europe, and then obviously the CONCACAF for South and so on. So, but given how lucrative the Champions League is, oh, so Slovenia also cross kept it in, and yeah, that was a waste. But you know, the Serbian defense, it's always been a problem. Compare the other confederate Europe is very powerful. Yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's because of the Champions League. That's solely because of the Champions League. The Champions League is, you know, you can make a case in terms of revenue. The Champions League rivals that of, say, the World Cup. But you know, FIFA only get the World Cup once every 4 years. The Champions League is every year. You know, I know they want the Club World Cup, you know, to try and change that. That's why FIFA creating the Club World Cup. But and they want that. But I don't think anyone's taken the Club World Cup seriously because of how big the Champions League is. But yeah, in an ideal world, good ball. Should again. Maybe you should pass it there, bro. But a taste. Yeah, maybe in an ideal world, you should have the best teams, club teams, facing each other, so that you're seen as the best in the world. But the Champions League is so strong now that, you know, most of the money is concentrated in Europe. So unless the confederates can increase the quality, it's a bit different. All right, it's a save by Black. That was a bad ball and run. Geez, last 10 minutes, and Serbia really need to get something from this game. Oh, and Oblak gets it. So FIFA wants to create a Club World Cup in the new way, but this is unnecessary. I'm going to compete with you. All big players playing club. Yep, that's what they. But they don't care. They just want a money generator. FIFA want a competition that FIFA want the Champions League. They want a competition that can generate that amount of revenue annually for them. You know, the World Cup does generate, but if you can imagine how much money it costs to actually stage the World Cup, as opposed to the Champions League every year. Ooh, and it's wide. Unlucky. So they want a World Cup of some sort because the clubs are more lucrative. And maybe it might work. Who knows? If they can market it well, maybe the club will. But I think if the disparity between the confederates is too much, people aren't going to be interested. Because in fairness, the Champions League, in my opinion, is starting to get a little bit stale. Last 5 minutes. So Serbia really going to have to step this up. They're really going to have to step up. They're going to get some of this game because as it stands now, I think Slovenia will see this out. Oh, and it's tipped away from Oblak. Corner to Serbia. And a corner. Oblak Clears it. And a strike. Another clearance. Wow. Another clearance. Serbia throwing the kitchen sink. Oh. Oh, that's a poor ball. That's a poor ball. That's a poor ball. That's a poor ball. This Illich guy that's come on has been a brick, man. Illich has been a brick. That's a poor ball. Where is that? What are you doing? That's a poor ball. You can see his team being like, what the hell? I wonder how much. I don't think there's been many stoppages this, so I don't anticipate the injury time is going to be a lot. Jeez, man. The Serbian fans are throwing stuff onto the field, man. For goodness sake. Look at that. Is that just out of curiosity, Serbian fans? When you threw the stuff on the field, that ball just now, was that whose fault was that? Be angry at your team. Not Slovenia, not UEFA, not anyone. Your team has underperformed today. Simple as that. Be angry at your team. Poor in front of goal, poor final third delivery. Be angry at them. Last few minutes. I don't anticipate there's going to be a lot of time to add on. I don't think there's going to be a lot. There's not been that many stoppages. At maximum, maybe 2-3 minutes, but I wouldn't even be surprised if it's a minute. There's not going to be a lot of time added on. Good interception. Wait. Oblak saves again. Mitrovic. Corner to Serbia. Man, Mitrovic. All that Saudi, all that good Saudi food, probably why. Five minutes? Wow, that's a lot more than I thought it would be.
That is a defensive change for sure. Trying their very best to hold on to this win for the first ever really things in the Euros. They could keep it this way.
But it's injury time. Sorry for yawning, guys. If it stays like this is going to be a huge win for Slovenia. Their first win at a major tournament. Well, football tournament, obviously. Luka Jovic. Lanjovic. Bicycle kick. But hit the player. Luka Jovic. It's not a head injury, really, is it? I mean, maybe it's the hand. I don't know. This is why I don't understand when players do this. Like, don't see out the game. The referee should anyway add the time on. So see out the game. Yep. They're booking the Serbian players now.
There's more things being thrown out from the stands where the Serbian fans are.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at these frauds. Final minute. Do they have one more chance, Serbia? Well, they've got to hurry up quickly. Oh! And they've got it! They've got it. Luka Jovic. Jovic again. Jovic at the end. Oh, Slovenia, guys, man. Luka Jovic at the end. Oh. Heartbreak for Slovenia, man. Ah. It's a good ball in. Let's have a look. They've got hold of his shirt. And what's Oblak doing, though? What's Oblak doing? Why is Oblak behind the goal line? What's he doing? I mean, fair play. It's difficult because I don't like the way the Serbian have done this whole thing, man. So yeah, it's a bit bittersweet, I'll be honest. Throwing cups on the stadium, doing all these things like that. It's not nice. Ah, 1-1. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. And now Slovenia. Now you're gonna have to get something against England. Slovenia 1, Serbia 1, man. I haven't even changed my thing. That's bad. Sorry. That shows how much I was watching the game. I didn't even change the score. Still's got 0-0 on it. So, final score, guys, will be out in a second because I need to. 1-1, 1-1, guys. Oh, normally I'd be celebrating, but it's bittersweet for me, man. Slovenia tried, the young nation, and then the Serbs just throwing stuff on the thing, and you know, UEFA won't do anything. They won't do anything about it really, so because they're a bunch of frauds as well. So yeah. It just is what it is. But anyway, congratulations to Serbia for getting a point. It obviously makes this group interesting. Going into the final game. I mean, you look at the group: Slovenia 2, Serbia 1, Denmark 1. If England beat Denmark, I think that pretty much guarantees England top the group. And we expect them to win. And then, you know, it makes the next very interesting because Serbia versus Denmark, Slovenia versus England. We'll have to see what happens. We will have to see what happens. Anyway, guys, thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be live for the England game. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers. Peace.